Hello and welcome to another Bearded Geek Toy review. In today's episode, look up, because we've got the latest Superman figure from the new Superman movie from DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, and what could be more American on the 4th of July than apple pie and Superman? Yes, this is the latest Superman figure from the new James Gunn Superman movie, the movie that's going to launch the brand new DC Cinematic Universe, or whatever it's called, DCU. I think it's just called DC Universe. Starring David Corenswet at the new Man of Steel, replacing Henry Cavill. And from the trailers, it looks really, really good. It looks like a proper good, old-fashioned, very much bright, breezy, action-orientated, very much kind of like early reviews have said it's kind of like similar to the Superman the Animated Series, which was done by Bruce Timm, who obviously famously did Batman the Animated Series. So, yeah, let's hope that this one is a lot of fun. It certainly looks like a lot of fun anyway. As you may have noticed, there are some slight differences to the box. We have, obviously, the Superman movie logo down here. We have a different DC logo. We have the old bullet-style logo, which apparently is going to be the logo of the movies, and obviously DC have readapted that onto their comic books as well. So that's the DC logo that I know and love, and I think obviously that's from, like, you know, the 70s, the 80s into the 90s. So it's nice to see that logo back. Besides that, you've got the standard 22 moving parts, points of articulation. Superman there on the side with the big new Superman logo. We'll talk about the shield later on when we look at the figure. I'm not 100% sold yet on that kind of Kingdom Come style shield for him. You've got a bit of artwork of David Corenswet as Superman. I'm afraid that artwork isn't any good, in my opinion. It makes him look like Jimmy Carr. But, you know, they could have gone with a still. They could have gone with a photograph. That would have been, I think, far better. But for some reason, McFarlane Toys, in this run-up of them losing the license, and for the last, like, year or so, they've been using artwork instead of either photographs from the movie or stills of the actual action figure. And then usually just on there on the side, we've got, obviously, the QR code for the DC Universe app, where you can download loads of comics from DC Comics history. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get on to the figure. Inner packaging is obviously standard. It's those usual montage of all DC comic book covers. You have the trading card, which we'll have a look at in a second. And disappointingly, again, a Superman figure comes with a standard DC stand, not a DC flying stand, which is really a pain in the arse, to be quite honest, because I think all Superman figures and all, like, flying character figures should come with the clear flying stand, which obviously you have here with the Christopher Reeve Superman figure, which we reviewed earlier this year. Obviously I've not got him flying at the moment, but yeah, you know, it just gives you better options of displaying. So disappointingly, and especially because of the lack of accessories, which we'll go into in a second, you really don't get a lot with this figure. So it would have been nice for them to include an actual flying stand instead. Here's the trading card showing that image of Jimmy Carr dressed up as Superman, and then on the back you've got a quick bio of Superman. Obviously nothing really kind of like major there. I don't think it really goes into the plot of the movie. It's just your standard bio, real name Clark Kent, blah blah blah, report for Daily Planet, Lex Luthor, blah 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 blah.
Anyway, there you go. That's the trading card. And here he is out of the box. This is our new Man of Steel. This is the brand new Superman. A few things. Obviously, let's get the elephant out of the room first. I'm not a big fan of the shield. I don't like that kind of Kingdom Come style shield. I think it's a bit too modern-esque. I think, obviously, if you're going back to basics with Superman and back to, obviously, you know, the star, you know, doing a proper traditional Superman movie, then I think you should have gone with a proper traditional Superman logo. But what I will say is that it works a lot better in action figure form than from what I've seen on the trailers of how the costume looks live action. So it's a wait and see. It may grow on me. I think the action figure version of the costume looked great. Obviously, you can see some of these details here, like the added kind of like textures that are on the costume there. I think they're a bit too predominant, again, in live action. But again, let's wait till we see the full film. But as action figure form, I think it absolutely works. And it is great to see the red trunks back, because for me, that's like the definitive Superman look. I wasn't the biggest fan of them getting rid of that aspect of the costume for Henry Cavill's Superman. I liked his costume overall, and I think it would have looked a little bit better, you know, had it gone a little bit more traditional, but I can kind of see what they were trying to do. At the time, the New 52 had come in, and in the comic books, they got rid of Superman's red trunks, and they'd gone all blue with just the logo and then the cape, and obviously the red boots. So, yeah, I get it. Likeness-wise, it's a very good likeness, I think, of David Corenswet. Certainly a lot better than the recently announced SH Figure Arts, which looks like a completely different actor, whose name currently escapes me. And we have a plastic cape for this standard edition with the yellow Superman logo on the back, which is a nice touch because it harkens back to, again, the Christopher Reeve movies and the character in the comic books having that yellow Superman emblem on the back of his cloak. The only thing I will say is, obviously with that plastic cape, is that it does look like it makes him a little bit top heavy. I think we might have a Black Adam situation going on here. His ankles do seem a little bit weak, which is strange because you don't normally get that with McFarlane figures, but you've got standard, obviously, articulation, obviously pinned joints because McFarlane haven't moved with the technology, and I don't think they will whilst they still cling to the remnants of the DC license, because obviously Mattel take it over from next year. Bizarrely, he comes with just one fist and a kind of grabby hand there. The two other accessories, and there are only two accessories with this figure, I'll just put him down there because he's not going to stand up, are two flying hands. And these are standard. These are just like the ones that you get with most Superman figures. I think these are exactly the same as the ones we got with the Chris Reeve Superman figure. So, yeah, you know, why give him some flying hands when you don't give him a flight stand? It's a little bit of a bizarre. There are no other accessories besides the extra pair of hands. No extra fist, no extra grabby hand, no different like head sculpts. You do get that with the deluxe version of the figure, and that retails for, I think, £34 or $34. This was £25 stroke $25. So you're going to pay £9 extra to get essentially Krypto the Superdog, who obviously is in this movie, and that's a small like kind of like figurine with a cloth cape. You'll get a cloth cape with the deluxe figure, which, yeah, okay, I get it, but I didn't like the way it hung there. It was attached there. It looked wrong. I think this one looks obviously a lot better, more accurate to how it is in the movie. And then you got, instead of a series of different head sculpts, you got face sculpts instead. And with the deluxe figure, what you do is you clip off the face of Superman and you replace it with 3 different face sculpts. Now, if you've seen the reviews of that, you'll notice there's been a lot of criticism because all of the 3 different face sculpts that come with the deluxe figure look virtually the same as this one. One of them has slightly red eyes, as in he's firing his laser vision. But besides that, the other 3 replacement head sculpts look virtually the same. So it's kind of like, why on earth did you do that? Why on earth did you not just vary them a little bit more? It's almost like they just didn't quite have the time or the inclination. But as he goes, he's a great figure. Obviously, you've got the butterfly joint at the top there, which enables obviously movement of the arms. So you're going to be able to put him in some good poses because obviously his arms stretch up quite that. So you're going to be able to do that flying pose if you want to put the flying hands on there. Like I say, obviously plastic cape, I like that, but again, it's the issue of it weighing the figure down. So I think we're going to have to play a lot with kind of how he's going to stand. I might swap him out because if I do that, he's leaning forward quite a lot. So I might swap him out for the flight stand that comes with the Christopher Reeve figure, and have Christopher Reeve on the standard DC figure there. So yeah, see, just look, he's just not. If I do that and try and get him to stand more straight, automatically he's falling down. So he's a little bit top heavy. Obviously, you're not going to get that issue if you buy the deluxe figure, because obviously that comes with a cloth cape. But I like just how that the plastic cape looks. And I like how the emblem is on there. So that's why I went for the standard version. I thought at the end of the day, as much as it looks like Krypto, the Superdog's going to be a great character in the movie from the trailers and the clips that we've seen, I'm not going to pay £9 extra for a little figurine of a dog. And some face sculpts that look exactly the same. So this is why I went for the standard version of this figure. But each to their own. If you want to go for the deluxe one, you absolutely go for the deluxe one. Obviously, we've got some other figures in the range. We've got Lex Luthor. He's a deluxe figure as well. Ultraman, who's Lex Luthor's kind of bodyguard, who it's rumoured to hear that he's going to be a clone of Superman. He comes in 2 versions, a standard and a battle-damaged one. And obviously they're both deluxe figures, so they're both at the higher price point. You get Metamorpho, another character from the film. He's a standard figure, so he's back at that £25 price point. And then Mr. Terrific, who's another character who appears in the movie. He's another deluxe figure, so he's another one that's at a higher price with not many accessories. But there you go. And you can also get another version of this standard Superman figure because he comes in a battle-damaged version, which is basically just the same figure here, but just covered in crap, just with lots of dirt all over the costume, the face, the hands, etc. So I'm actually pleased that I went for the standard version. Because I think that he's going to look good. I'm not going to get Henry Cavill's Superman off the shelf because he's in a very precarious position, and if I move him, it's going to be like a set of dominoes and lead to a lot of tumbling of figures, and I can't be doing that at the moment. So there you go. You've just got the comparison of the these two movie versions which obviously I think that's where James Gunn's going for. He's going for like kind of like that inspiration of the Christopher Reeve version of the costume, and obviously making it a more modern aesthetic. So I'm looking forward to the film. Oh, there we go. He's falling off again. That's going to be a real issue, that of keeping him stood up. It's out on July the 11th. So yeah, looking forward to it. Actually, have we got it? I think we've got it. Providing we don't move. Be like a hunter in Jurassic Park. Keep very, very still. Otherwise, he's going to topple over. Anyway, that's the figure. It is an enjoyable figure. I like it. It's a nice addition to my DC Multiverse collection. And I'm really looking forward to the film. And just before we go, there you go. I've swapped out one of the hands for the flight hands and obviously kept it with the fist. And there he is on the flight stand. And I think he looks really, really cool like that. So that might be a future display option of how I want this Superman figure to look. But there you go. It would have been so much better had they actually provided a flight stand, because obviously these flight stands are extremely rare. You don't get them in a lot of figures. They should be default as standard, especially at this price point with only these couple of extras. You know, it doesn't cost much more to throw that in compared to the standard stand. So come on, McFarlane, you know, really kind of like just push the boat out here for your final set of releases before Mattel take over.
What the hey, dude? I thought you destroyed the whole Superman robots. I thought I told you to keep an eye on him.
We feed the canine, but he is unruly. And he realizes we are not flesh and blood and couldn't, in our heart of hearts, care less whether he lives or dies.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, then please leave us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you've not yet hit that subscription button or that notification bell to be notified whenever we upload any brand new videos, then do so, because it really does help out the channel and it helps grow our community. Thank you very much to everybody who continues to support us. And if you want to support us even more, you can buy me a coffee in the link below. Loads more cool videos to come. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and we will see you very, very soon on Bearded Geek Toy Reviews. Bye now.
Sit, stay.